Hey guys, welcome to Week 1, Module 1 of Social Work 660 Program Development and Grants. This week, be sure to review the syllabus and also the course assignment schedule. I think you'll find that very helpful. It has all the due dates on one page. So that should be helpful in planning because this is a 5-week course, so we will be going pretty quickly. Also, we're going to dive right into understanding grants and kind of the way grants are structured. So please be sure to read chapters 1, 2, 4, and 5 in the book. The book isn't really big, it's small chapters, so it shouldn't be too cumbersome to read. Also, I will be doing a video like this every week, so be sure to watch the video. I'll try to keep them pretty short, but there will be good tips and tricks and information about your assignments each week. So this week we'll dive right into like I said, understanding more about grants. With that, we have to understand the agency that we're applying for a grant for. So in my particular instance, at Concord, we apply as a institution of higher education or a 501c3 because our Research and Development Corporation is a 501c3. That is the IRS designation for a nonprofit entity. Okay, so when you are thinking about the agency that you will be writing this fictional grant opportunity to, the agency really has to be a nonprofit. Grants are available to like state agencies. Say you work for the department, but the state does get some federal money, but it's structured a little differently. It's harder to get. It's going to be harder for you to find when you're doing a funding opportunity search. So I would suggest, using a nonprofit. You may work for one. Some of you guys may work for a 501c3. If you're not sure, be sure to ask. This may be something that could be helpful in just kind of designing a program that might be helpful at your place of employment. So you can use your place of employment, you can use your field placement, you can use it, but it has to be a 501c3 that you are familiar with, a nonprofit you can get information from, because this week's assignment in the discussion will help you get to understand your agency a little bit more. And that's real fundamental when you're writing a grant application, because there's a lot of information that has to be provided about the agency and how the agency operates. So you have to get familiar with your agency right off the bat. So kind of keep that in mind as you're thinking about this week's discussion and moving toward completing it. So don't wait till the last minute. Like I said, that will be due on Saturday. We'll have Saturday deadline for discussions every week, so be sure to submit by Saturday, 11:59. Also, we have another assignment this week, the impact of grant funding. I think this is a really interesting assignment when you start to look at a grant out there, good or bad, and how it impacted positively or negatively the clients. So somewhere in the realm of social work, find a grant, and there may be an article or some information about a grant program that you have seen as a benefit or a negative impact on clients that it served. Okay, so be sure and complete that assignment by Sunday at 11:59. So also one other little tidbit is I'm going to ask you in the assignments for week 1 to create a spin profile. This is a service that we use at Concord. It works a lot like Google, but when you Google it, it comes up all funding searches or funding opportunities. So that will be useful in week 2. So go ahead and get registered. That way because I have to approve you in the system once you get in there. And sometimes that, I have to, it might take a day for me to get that, but I'll be looking pretty constantly. But be sure to go ahead and get registered. That way it doesn't slow you down for week 2. Okay. All right. So be sure to just really kind of start to think about what type of project you'll be looking at with your grant proposal. That's going to be very important for week 2's discussion. Also be sure, like I said, your final project will be applying to a fictional grant opportunity. Like I said, I wish I had money to give you guys. Don't have any money, but it'd be nice if I did. But you're going to be applying to this opportunity, and all the information about the proposal overall is listed under Proposal tab, which is located right under the weekly modules. So you'll see that. I've also opened up all the modules so you can see everything in the class, in case you guys want to work ahead, because it is a short time frame. But within that proposal folder, you'll find information about the RFP, which is Request for Proposals. That is grant speak for the instructions for submitting the grant. So it's very detailed in there. A lot of times there's a ton of information in there, down to what size font you can use, what type of font you can use, your margins, that kind of stuff. The feds especially get really detailed when it comes to those kind of RFPs, okay? So that is your instruction booklet for your final assignment. There are also some templates in there for you to use for the budget and the cover sheet, so be sure to use those in your submission as well. The submission portal for the proposal is also located there in that proposal folder. So, be looking ahead, because this is where we're going to be in week 5, okay? We'll be submitting that proposal, and the discussions each week will help you build toward that. So, just start to think about which agency you're going to use this week, and getting to know your agency. Think a little bit ahead to start thinking about what types of projects. When you're talking to them, be sure to ask them, what is the need? If you're not working there currently, what's the need? What do you guys really need? What gap in service do you have? Because that's important in filling in a client need in social work. So if you have any questions about any course content, please contact me. Don't hesitate. The best way to get me is via email, and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. I'm also in my office 8 to 4 Monday through Friday, but this is a really busy time of year in the world of grants. So I'm kind of in and out of the office and meetings throughout the day on and off campus. So email is the best way to get me, and we can schedule a call if needed. So you guys have a great first week. Take care.